Alright, we're going to react to something. And I normally don't do this type of content, but I want to react to DSP's 45 minutes response to Stuttering Craig. We all know he's full of shit, and yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders.
So, Craig started up his old podcast again. It used to be called Side Scrollers, and it was a podcast they used to do on ScrewAttack.com, over a decade ago. And it was very popular, and it was very well known among the game space back then, before even the prominence of YouTube and all of that. Okay? So when he announced he was reviving the show, it was very exciting. All the long-standing fans of ScrewAttack, they used to be called the G1s. Now they call themselves the G2s. Wow, we're excited. The podcast is coming back. And it wasn't just, it's just me talking. Like, my podcast is me gabbing, right? This podcast is a panel of people, different kinds of people, guests coming in, covering news, covering other topics. It's a good podcast. I've been watching every episode since the show relaunched. I'm really enjoying the show. I recommend you look at it. If you're looking for a fun, variety-style gaming podcast with other topics addressed as well, yes, occasionally a little bit of politics gets thrown in there, but not too much. Give it a look. Side Scrollers. Okay? That's the name of the show. So, I've been watching the show or whatever. Out of the blue. I haven't mentioned this at all on stream. I'm not talking about Craig or anything on stream or anything like that, right? Out of the blue, Stuttering Craig emails me. Says, hey, Phil, so we're relaunching. This is before they relaunched the show, by the way. We're relaunching the show. And we'd like to have you on as a guest. You're actually one of the people whose names popped up because we have history from back in the day. And it would be great to have you on as like a guest on the show. We have rotating guests. And we'd like you on for a show to see how it goes. So I thought about it. And I watched, basically, I kind of knew what the show was going to be. And I responded and I was like, well, I guess that sounds interesting. I wish you the luck with the show. I'd like to see how the show goes this coming week and what kind of a show it's going to be. But it sounds interesting to me, something different. I told you guys I like doing different stuff now. I'm venturing out. I very much don't want to be just in my same lane doing the same kind of content.
You don't even
forever.
know how to react.
I feel like maybe this is an opportunity to go talk to a different audience. They probably have no idea who I am, or if they do, they only know it from the negative memes and the hate, right? They don't know who Darkside Phil really is. So to have me on a show where we're going to be not only talking about different topics and having a fun variety show, it's probably a really interesting idea, right? So I responded to him and I said, well, thanks for reaching out. Yeah, I might be interested. Let's talk a little bit more. And so where we basically left it was I was going to be, this scheduling too, because I told him I was launching my DSP Reacts channel in February. I said I'm going to be focused on that in February, so I really don't want to take any time away from any of my stuff right now. So what I'd like to do is wait a little bit, and then maybe we could do it late February, March, or whatever. So we talked back and forth, and we kind of established, okay, it's probably going to be sometime in March that I'll probably appear on the show. And that's where we left it for a while, like a week or two. Kind of just hung there. And then finally, we started talking again. And, Craig was like, well, let's have you on the show. And let's do kind of an episode where we talk about not only you, because we want to give you time to talk about yourself. And obviously there's going to be questions and stuff, but also, do a full show with you on. And we kind of determined roughly it would be around the middle of March. That's what we determined, okay? I was like, okay, that sounds good to me. That gives me time to mess around with my setup, because the thing is, if I'm going to be on their show, I got to accommodate the show. I want to mess around with my setup here, make sure that it would work with how they're doing their show and everything. So, all sounds good to me, all right? Now, I outright said to him, in an email back, all right? Now, I'm not reading it word for word, but I'm paraphrasing here. I basically said, listen, you got to understand something. I have a giant hate mob following me around the internet. So if I appear on your show...
You have a giant hate mob because you put your personal information out on the fucking internet. Everybody knows your shit, okay? They know you beg for money. They know about the WWE stuff. You keep putting it out there. It's not all their fault.
So, there's going to be drama. I said, you might not even want... I said, to my audience, my plan is, I don't even want to really promote it. I would rather have it be like a surprise, where I'm on a show and then I can say, hey guys, by the way, go watch me on the show right now. It's live. And then they could go check out the show and watch it on demand after. This would prevent any kind of hateful drama or build-up around the show. because it would be kind of a surprise appearance. And
This guy takes constructive criticism as hate and attacks. People try to help you and you don't listen. Oh my God, he's such an idiot.
that way it would avoid the nonsense. There'd be no harassment of anyone or anything, right? So that's how I was talking about it, going along with it, all right? But, I guess, they wanted to do however they want to do it. It's their show. They can do whatever they want. And, unbeknownst to me, earlier this week, I guess, since they were starting March, what is it? Today's March 3rd, so 2 days ago. They announced that, hey, a potential guest on this show for this month is going to be Darkside Phil. And when they said that, it took a little while, but
He is going to pull out faster than anything in the world. I just know it. Like, I guarantee you in a couple of days, we're going to hear the interviews completely canceled. He ran off crying like a little girl because the detractors are after him and shit. I guarantee you he is not going to do this interview. I know it. I know it. It's how he is.
You know how the internet is. It took, a little bit, but the word started to spread. They're like, what? Oh, what? He's going to be on the show. Now, here's the thing, and this is what these guys didn't know. And this is what I feel like I should fully disclose to the internet for full explanation purposes, because I don't want anyone to feel like they're getting burnt here. If you remember, many months ago, back in like the fall, there was a period where there was a bunch of prominent YouTubers who were kind of ragging on me constantly, and it really irked.
And you got scared because people are giving you criticism on the bullshit that you do. Oh my God, this guy.
It rubbed me the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way. Because here's the thing. If you want to talk about me in a negative light, that's fine, but then give me a fair shake. No one wants to do that. Everyone wants to name drop me in a very toxic, negative light.
Fucking Richard Review Tech USA offered you a computer that I would kill for. I would be kissing his ass every way possible if he was offering me that computer. You made it into an attack. The community is helping you. People want to tell you all the time, upgrade your system. You're still on Windows 8.
Referencing all the memes, all the tropes, all the nonsense, but no one actually wants
Try
to
to
talk
relax
to me.
your anus.
Instead,
your shoulders.
they just want to do. You were just watching the Pro Jared documentary, correct? And what did Pro Jared say? For 3 months, everyone just literally crapped on me, but no one ever reached out to me to talk to me about these things. Instead, it was just crap on him. Who cares?
We do try to reach out to you, and you
now that was
like
3 months for Pro Jared. That was 3 months for Pro Jared. For me, it's been 10 years. Okay? 10 years of people constantly just dumping. When does anyone reach out to me and say, we would like to give you your fair shake? Let's talk.
People dump on you because you put your personal information out there. You got caught masturbating on live stream, but you didn't own up to it. That's why people are fascinated with you. They laugh at you and joke about you, and you take it as an attack.
To you, let's get it from the perspective of the person who's being shit on all the time, right? To get his son. Never has that happened. The one person who reached out to me over the years was the Quartering. I was on his show. I answered literally every question, and he got crapped on.
The Quartering sucked your dick with every question, and nobody liked it because they didn't answer. You didn't answer any real questions. That's why we know as soon as you go on with Stuttering Craig, you are gonna run like a little girl. As soon as somebody says, "Why do you beg for money?" WWE champions. Why we spent so much money on it? This interview is not gonna happen.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was an awful interview. Why was he on the show? It was a waste of everyone's time. Why? Because he didn't eviscerate me. He didn't sit there and make fun of me. He didn't sit there and be nasty to me. He didn't sit there and essentially make demands of me that were unrealistic. He was just trying to have me as a guest, right? And ask questions, which I answered. My answers, whether they're satisfactory to you or not, are for you to judge. But, you know, basically, I guess to him it was like a waste of time, and he ended up. I almost feel like he feels like he ended up being the worst for having done the interview. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you
Because
get that from
you
him. Someone should
sucked
ask
at
him,
the interview
how does he feel
and
about
you
it? But
forced
I
people
almost feel like people dumped
do
on
things a
him
certain way
for
for
doing
no
the interview,
real
but
reason.
not eviscerating me during the interview. Correct. Since then, I have not done a single interview. No one's asked until.
No, people have asked. But anyways, I'm stopping this video so it doesn't get too long. But yeah, people have asked him and he runs off like a little bitch. So anyway, there you go. Good night.